Thanks so much for listening and loving the podcast. If you're in a good place to donate and want to support Ho, links on how to do so are listed in the description box. Thank you so much. Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Hey y'all, welcome to our Pick a Pile episode here at Ho Herb Oracle. You're going to pick a number is what we're going to do, and then there's going to be a whole slew of messages for you. There can not be. There cannot not be with this assortment of cards. I feel like it's been a while. That's always my line. Oh, it's been a while. Yeah, because you can't get your friggin' life together, or just when you think you do, then a tower moment crumbles again. So anyways, we're back. Gonna wrap up the week with our herb of the week, mint. Mint has been very good and patient with us this week, and that's so not surprising because mint is so abundant. And even like this week I found a new place to hike, and there was like a welcoming sign like on this trail with a map and stuff, and guess who was growing around it? One of my favorite mints of all time, Egyptian mint. And I thought, awesome, because now that I'm living in more of an urban area, I don't have the yardage to grow everything that I want to grow. And this is just another thing that I can think, well, you know what? If I don't have it in my yard, I know where to find it. So the herbs keep finding me. The herbs totally support me. And yeah, mint, absolutely this week, this long in its birth week really taught us a lot about creating what we want by using what kind of words we want. And I'm constantly learning that in my own life, like stopping myself by retelling stories that don't serve. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about your own personal messages. And yeah, I'm ending this week, like I said, catching myself when I want to talk about things that don't serve me or people that have hurt me. My list is ever growing, but it's like, listen, that's not really what you want to spend your energy talking about. So if there's someone in your life that has given you grief or has stabbed you in the back or to this day continually tries to ruin you financially, then you say, I give this relationship to the Holy Spirit so that we can both be free. So at the end of the day, don't you just want to be free? Don't you just finally want to let things go? Don't you want to finally really step into that clarity that we hopefully powered up this week? That energy, that force, that masculine energy. And yeah, speaking of all the masculine energies I've butted up against, I really hope that by me being honest, an honest person, that in the future, I will only attract honest people. So we'll do our mint affirmations here in a minute, but first let's get some numbers. I have 3 piles of cards for you. We're gonna do cardamancy with our foragers, card and our gypsy witch, and then we got a little fun card that might have a message for your work life. I'm gonna get you smelling good with some aromatherapy and flowers and an attunement amongst other cards. So first and foremost, let's see what pile you want to go with. Yes, you are allowed to just hang out for the whole shebang and get lots and lots of good things, good reminders. Okay, so can I have a number, please, for the first pile? What's new with you? First one is 71. We've got a yellow sunshine border around the number 71 for our first pile. Our second number, threw itself out on the floor, of course. It's number 22. 20 poo. I was thinking I really need to make some amends with this number 22. I was thinking about that. Like, I always think when I see the number 22, 20 poo. So to me, it's just like, ugh. But like, and then I got a little freaked out because next year is 2022. And 2021 has sucked ass enough that I don't really want to be leading up into another year that I designate 20 poo. So I have some definite like rehabilitation to do with the number 22, but I'll just let you know that's what I think about it. But yeah, I don't want a whole year of 20 poo. Yo, can I get some advice on that? And then our last pile, if you're looking for a number that's not 71 or 22, because neither one of those resonate, how about 70? All right, that's not really that much difference in 71. Okay, thanks, Spirit. Okay, here's your numbers. Think about which one you want. 71, 22, or 70. So 71 you could look at as an 8 because 7 plus 1 equals 8. 22, not going to mess with that. It's a master number. It is. So we're just going to leave 22 as it is, master number. And then 70 is a 7, truly. So do you want 8, 22, or 7? You could look at it that way or go with the number 71, 22, or 70. Whichever. Pick one. Don't pick any. Just hang out. I'm glad you're here. And I'm glad I'm here too. Because, yeah, every time that I take a break, it's like I think, am I going to be able to recover from this break? Because, honey, when I'm taking a break, my life is not good. Like, my life literally got churned upside down again in a really devastating way. But I'm good. I'm fine. I'm supported by Spirit. I'm also absolutely solo and single for 100% fucking sure. And yeah, it did not end well. All right, here's your mint affirmations. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our cooling herb of the week, mint. I create what I speak. I politely verbalize my mind with clarity and confidence. I express my emotions in a loving way that feels easy. I am honest. I am refreshed with clear awareness. I exude graciousness in all that I do. I create what I speak. I politely verbalize my mind with clarity and confidence. I express my emotions in a loving way that feels easy. I am honest. I am refreshed with clear awareness. I exude graciousness in all that I do. And so it is. All right, so I love that, I'm like, okay, so I'm going to hand this relationship over to the Holy Spirit so we can both be free. But before I do, I want to tell you what a scoundrel he was. Oh, it is so much easier to say you're going to quit talking about things than to actually quit talking about things. It's just the way it is. Oh my God. And there's even a tree card in here. Oh my gosh, you have so many cards coming at you. All right. So yeah, whenever you look back at what doesn't work out in your life, I mean, you can look at it and try to analyze how you attracted it and what you learned from it. And oh my God. And I see the error of my ways, of course. But still hurts sometimes when people lie to you and are super sluts in your life and all that. Okay, all right, we're organized here. So here's just what I wanted to say. I do want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to all the people who have hurt me and betrayed me and lied to me. And I want to say thank you for teaching me 3 things. Yeah, bitch, I'm going to thank them. I'm going to thank all of them. For 1, teaching me what I don't want. 2, teaching me what I won't tolerate. Apparently, there are things that I needed to clarify that I will never, ever, 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 ever tolerate ever again. And the biggest thing, which is sincerely a thank you. Thank you for helping to catapult me and teach me how to own my power. So yeah, somebody do you wrong, then you thank them. You thank them for teaching you what you don't want and what you won't tolerate and how to own your own power, because that's the gift. That's the only freaking gift that you can take away from a situation like that. Okay, so let's talk about you, because yeah, my life, I don't know if I was like actually oh my gosh, I should just write books and movies. Okay, all right, so 71 feels like a pretty good number when you think of it being an 8 and it having that bright sunshine yellow border, which the other 2 numbers have like a purpley border, in case you are curious. So 71, eternal, eternity. Relationships are temporary. They are. I mean, probably on a soul level, it's like you do have an eternal connection to them. But here in the physical realm, they seem pretty fucking temporary, don't they? I mean, whether they end or, you know, you outgrow them or they just don't serve you anymore. I had a couple of my classmates this year lose spouses, you know, like because their spouses died, croaked, passed on, left without them. I mean, it's like it's just crazy. So, I mean, I was feeling bad for myself, like, and then I saw that my one friend, her husband died, and I was like, oh, yeah, it could be worse, you know. At least I have a reason this person isn't in my life, like, because they were a dirtbag. But, like, she's actually over there with, like, sincere heartbreak because her man was good to her. But, anyways, yeah, a little bit of a bitter bitch over here, but just also wanted to explain to you why I keep on taking time off, you know, like I get set up to do my podcast and my Course in Miracles work and, you know, and then, yeah, the rug just keeps on being pulled out from under me. And so anyways, yeah, and while I was also down there, I also got another financial blow that, you know, my ex-husband took me for child support, and yeah, I'm paying him even though he makes, I don't know, 50 times the amount that I do a year. Like, things are definitely like not always feeling fair. So I am just proud of myself for not jumping off a bridge. All right, 71. What should we look at first? I want to look at I usually look at the Cardamancy, but I got a new deck of cards, these cute little shiny botanical flower cards, and I don't even know, the box is in the other room, so I'm not even going to give good credit, but we'll be using them so many times because they're absolutely so fun. And it's bringing in you a flower right away. If you pick this first pile of 71, it's bringing in amaryllis. And it's like this kind of maroon burgundy amaryllis. And it has a message of determination and creative achievement. Yeah, so it's like, don't give up. Don't give up, you know? You have to keep on doing things that make you feel alive, even when the world is challenging you and testing you to feel worthless and defeated and rejected, and like just really setting you up to not let the creative juices flow. If you can somehow get it dripping, flowing anyways, and create and find fulfillment in that, kudos. You're doing great. No mother truckers can bring you down. So there's a quote from Maya Angelou. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. So it's like if you're like, oh, I'm just not doing anything creative, I'm not crafting like I used to. I don't feel like writing or drawing or singing or playing music or even dancing. Like you're just like, let alone having a creative achievement. It's like, listen, start just doing something every day, and energy begets energy. So the more you do things, the more you will have more energy to do them. So as soon as I can pick myself up off the floor and think, okay, I've got to do something, even if it's like a little YouTube video or a YouTube short or a TikTok or anything, just make something, make anything. And it's like, oh, okay, that felt good. So even though I was sort of sulking around before this, guaranteed at the end of this podcast, I'll feel better because I just did something. So the question that Amaryllis presents you with is, what can you do? What are you interested in? Even if it's if you're just super down and out, I'm seeing even if you just take the time to look at some things that look cool on Pinterest, get the juices flowing. And don't give up. Let yourself be determined. So you have a little work-related card up here and then 2 Cardamom Sea cards. So I'm just going to go up to the work-related card, and it says, just say no. And there's a little person, I don't know, saying no, 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 shaking their head. So at some point, along with catering to doing things you do enjoy, you've got to learn to say no to things that are absolute drudgery. You don't want to volunteer at the high school tonight. It's dark out. Daylight savings time has brought out the bears in all of us. It's time to hibernate a little bit more, if you don't feel like running around after dinner, then say no. If you don't feel like doing holiday shit that you always get guilted into, this year, say no. If someone crosses the line or boundaries, right, going back to what we won't tolerate anymore, what we don't want, if it's not feeling right, say no. That's the one thing that bugs me, when I think, looking back at the last 6 months, how many things I did to cater to this person that I was I don't know, I didn't really want to, but I did anyways because I'm a people pleaser. Now, of course, I'm wishing I would have said no, or not taken him somewhere where I didn't really want to. I should have just listened to my intuition. I did listen to my intuition, and that's what broke the whole facade of a fake relationship. I had that witchy woman wisdom brewing up inside of me that was just feeling like something was not right, and so I listened to my intuition and I snooped in his phone, and that's how I knew that he was totally being a slut. Totally gross. So anyways, you've got to listen to your intuition, and when it's not a hell yes, it's a no. Learn to say no. Learn to say no without guilt. Know what your work, social, and personal limits are and maintain them. Learning to live more simply also means learning to set and maintain limits. You have nothing to lose but some of this simplicity you've worked to create. So if you are on a spiritual journey, which I am assuming that you are well aware of if you're hanging out with me, you are really being asked to honor that as number one priority. Everything else truly can wait or doesn't really have that much importance when you think about your consciousness expanding and your vibration, not just maintaining its frequency, but raising. When you think about that being your priority, getting to know yourself and your higher self and your soul, and following the guidance of the Holy Spirit, it serves you to say no to anything that detracts you from that. So that's your little message. All right, let's pull over your card and see. You got the 10 of Spades and the King of, what are those? Clubs. I said like a total mind blank. You have the King of Clubs. As a kid, I called them clovers. You have the King of Clovers with blueberry, and you have the 10 of Spades with, it says number 30. It has a rod, some type of a rod. So you got blueberry, so that's pretty yum. Who would say no to blueberries? All right, let's get my little sheet out here. Spades and clubs. All right, that King of Club says honest, affectionate, generous, dark-haired man. Yeah, I want King Blueberry in my life. Honest, affectionate, generous, dark hair, sure. Blueberries are distinctive in so many ways. Not only are they the only blue food, are they? But there are also more blueberry species native to North America, the main ones being high bush, low bush, and rabbit eye than any other continent. So shout out to the blueberry and the honest, affectionate, generous, dark-haired man, the King of Clubs. And it's coming in with the 10 of Spades. Ooh, the 10 of Spades traditionally is misfortune and worry, imprisonment, and unwelcome news. And on the card here, it says the rod near predicts family quarrels, distant pecuniary losses. I don't know what that word is. So we kind of have this message to learn to say no to things. And we have this 10 of Spades down here. That's like misfortune and worry, imprisonment, like you maybe feel like you can't say no to things. Maybe you've had some unwelcome news, some misfortune, some worry. It's really put a dent in your creative achievement. It's really made you feel imprisoned to always be saying yes to everybody. It's true. All right, moving on here. We don't want to sit in this energy too long. Like it instantly makes me want to pull over the tree to see what it has to add. Oh yeah, it says stuck. Ew. All right, so if you pick this first pile, what's going on? Family quarrels, family obligations to the point of you feeling like enslaved. Just this stuck energy. Like you probably really scoffed at the idea of maybe doing something creative because you're like, do you even know the shit I've been through? Like, Sadie, you think your life is a ridiculous drama? Hold my beer. Let me tell you what's happened to me. And it's like, yeah, we are definitely in the master class. We're getting like pop quizzes all the damn time. Oh, can you still maintain your spiritual alignment if this, if that, if this motherfucker does that? Like, it's like, whoa. And I don't know about you, but I'm passing with a C-, but still it's a passing grade. And so this energy that's stuck, I'm feeling like it could be easily remedied if you would just stand up, right? How to own your own power. If you would just define your boundaries and like, listen, I love you and I really would do anything for you. But first, I have to do this and this and that and this for me. And then I will definitely attend to you. So I feel like there's definitely this energy of like serving yourself, like seriously, because this energy needs to get moving. Physically, eat blueberries. Did you ever eat too many blueberries and you have like the next day blueberry shit, so it's like a weird color green? But it does clean you out. It really does. So it's like, do something that like really defines your needs and puts up some healthy boundaries by you saying no and you reclaiming some of that power. All right, let's get you smelling hopefully good here with an essential oil. It's nutmeg. So this is interesting because like the stuck tree is dark and we've got that maroon color around the stuck tree. We have that maroon color in the amaryllis, and we have that this maroon dark red thing going on in nutmeg too, this beautiful mysterious woman. So yeah, this dark energy, like I'm not seeing it so much as negative as almost protective too. Do you ever just feel better when you wear black? Nutmeg has a message of conquer, trade, and fashionable, but it also has some negative messages of hallucinations, torture, and greed. So yeah, I would definitely say that like this initial reading is for the people who are feeling tortured, who are feeling captured by their obligations, enslaved. What was that word that was so good? That was in the Ten of Spades. Hold on. It was really good. It was imprisonment. Yeah. Yeah, imprisonment. So here's the affirmation. I conquer my demons by offering them love and acceptance. When I deny my shadow, I become the one that is conquered. So sometimes, like, because of that whole like guilt of saying no, it's like we've been like tricked and trained into thinking that we're like a bad girl if we tell somebody no or we don't serve them. But like actually, that part of your shadow that wants to stand up for you and tell people to F off, it would be very healing to do that. And when you don't do that, then you are conquered, you are imprisoned, you are stuck. See, the shadow is not bad stuff. A lot of the stuff in your shadow that you have repressed would actually serve you really fucking well if you'd let it out now. If you would say, you know what? There's part of me that's tired of being walked on. And it's not that I have to be rude to anybody, but I just need to do what's right for me. What's good for me, what's healthy for me, what gets me in a state of being receptive to the creative energies that really so badly want to flow through me. But I'm too busy running around, bending over backwards for everyone else but myself. And then that's what happens. Then you start living my life. Then the universe is like, no, we're going to send you someone who breaks you of this, who you have to break it off with in such a sharp and clear way that you will finally be standing in your freedom, that you will finally be owning your power. Sorry we had to go about it like this, but you just weren't doing it yourself. So life lessons on cue, you know? So take it from me, just do it, you guys. Just step into your power, because if not, like it just takes like the whole year of being just absolutely tortured till you finally are like, oh my God, I have to conquer this within me. I have to actually say what I won't tolerate and what I don't want. I actually have to step into my power. And as you do that, all of those blockages, the energy that is stuck, will flow. And it's probably going to start with you saying no. All right, so coming in, Plant Spirit Oracle card, you've got Mugwort. So yes, I do feel like there's a lot of shadow work here. Now Mugwort is coming in with dreams and fantasies and delusions. So we have Nutmeg with hallucinations and Mugwort with delusions. Like, are you out of your goddamn mind thinking that you should be the martyr and serving everybody else and doing what they want to do all the time? You are definitely crazy if you don't think you should be serving you, loving you, taking care of you, honoring your boundaries, honoring your dreams. What do you want to make today? What do you want to do today? What would you like to manifest? What would you like to co-create? What type of things would you enjoy doing? And you're like, I didn't really think to ask myself. Yeah, because you're freaking delusional. Literally, it's crazy that you're living for everyone else but you. And yeah, you're like, I know it. But that's like what society has you thinking, that you can't say no to your family. But here the cards are saying you can and you should, and hopefully you will. What's it going to take? Soulflower with velvet leaf says self-love. So what is all this really about? What's stinking and stucking up this energy? What's preventing you from feeling you're worthy enough to take care of yourself, to say what you want to do? Or maybe you don't want to do anything, and that's what you need to do. All right, so self-love is going to be the energy that's going to fuel, support, and guide you so that you can be determined to honor yourself, to manifest your dreams, to dream what you want to create into manifestation. So velvet leaf softly reminds you of your true nature, which is pure love. No matter what earthly chaos, negativity, or suffering you have faced, velvet leaf wants you to remember that you are a magnificent, pure expression of divine love made manifest in human form. You are love itself. Love yourself. You are loved. So yeah, you don't have to be anything less than love. You can still be love and tell people no. You can still be love and tell people, hey, that's just not going to work for me today. You can still love people and not be their slave. I think you're getting it. I know it's hard to hear because you're like, but I'd do anything for him. Yeah, I don't know if he'd do anything for you. How about you do anything for yourself first? And then once you're filled up with self-love and you're filled up with your own creative energy, then yeah, you're allowed to give to other people when you feel inspired to do so. Not out of obligation, not out of imprisonment, not out of being guilted and tortured. Yeah, that just does not feel good at all. All right. Anyways, that's your message if you picked pile 71. I'm going to end with an energy attunement, and you're getting this beautiful deep teal frequency called the voice of the heart. The voice of the heart. You are loved. You are love itself. Love yourself. Listen to your heart. What does your heart want to do? Mugwort lady, she's standing and her arms are spread out and there's just like bubbles above her. All these dreams and fantasies, and some of them are smaller, some of them are bigger. But you know, wherever you're putting your energy, that is what you're going to keep manifesting into your life. That is why my higher self really wants me to quit telling my shitty stories because they keep me as a victim. They keep my vibe low because I'm thinking about how I've been dishonored. And it's like, listen, you can't dwell on what you won't tolerate and what you don't want, because as you dwell upon it, that's where you're putting the fuel, the energy. You want to focus your attention on things that make you feel powerful, ideas that make you feel creative, feelings that make you experience that which you are, which is love. So if you're not feeling good and things aren't good in your life, it's all about probably getting out of our heads more and into our hearts, too. But then also really just maintaining those boundaries. All right, here's your activation. I silence the fear in me and discover the voice of my heart. The fruit of these words guides me. I trust the song of my soul. My intuition leads me on the path of light. And as I say the path of light, I just love it that like everything in the beginning of this there was a lot of darkness, heaviness, maroon, black, right? But we moved in. Mugwort helped us move through some of that darkness, through some of those delusions, and really started saying, what do you dream about? And then just when your self-worth wavered, Velvet Leaf held you, reminded you of self-love. And now the voice of the heart is saying, yeah, trust the song of your soul. Let your intuition lead you on your path, the path of light. All right, wow. That was a doozy. I had to get up, take off my bra. Am I having anxiety or do I just need to take off my bra? Sometimes you just don't know. So until you take off your bra and see if that makes you feel better. Yeah, 2021 has definitely been a year of a lot of anxious vibes that I've had to work through. But ultimately, it is just making me a very strong lady girl. That is for sure. But just because you're strong doesn't mean that you need to throw things and break windows when you break up with somebody. Okay, I just want to let you know about that. Okay, second pile, 22. 20 poo. Oh, how do I get out of just absolutely condemning this number every time I see it? 20, instead of 20 poo, how about 20 you? Ooh, that could be a spinoff of our first pile, right? 20 you. 20 you. Welcome to the new year, 2020 you. Okay, I'm going to try to eliminate that poo. I am ready. I'm ready now. All right? All the shit served, I guess, or didn't it? And that's why I'm ready to get out of it. Have I done anything fun and worth mentioning? Being launched into a new career, working with autistic kids. I think that'll be good for me and my community. I've also been doing some personal tarot readings. Is another fun creative outlet. Hiking, a lot of hiking, and I don't know, I'm eating as good as I can, even though my life does try to destroy my appetite. I'm trying to get more in alignment with what my body needs. So there we go. I said some good things about me. All right, 22. If you pick this pile, you're getting some phlox, Phlox. Is that how you say that? Phlox. They're cute little flowers that have a message of harmony, unanimity, and harmony. So the quote is from Marcus Aurelius. Boy, everything on this card I cannot pronounce. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. So yeah, let's step into and own our power and own our shadow and own who we are as individuals. Society loves nothing more than to try to get you to be someone else. Whether that's the shape of your eyebrows or literal like personality traits, or subduing and suppressing your light and your flamboyancy. You know, it's like you probably are way more fun than what, you know, society as a whole would like you to be. So this message of harmony, if you can be in harmony with yourself, then you can be in harmony with the universe and everyone in it. So if you are having like things in your life that aren't so harmonious, you have to stop and be like, well, all I can do is self-reflect in every situation. Am I in harmony with me? 20 you. 22 is 20 you. All about you being in harmony with you. Are you accepting of yourself, of who you are, of what you like, of your character flaws, if you will? It's a very good question. All right, let's go into, there's a lot of words on the back of this card. So let me flip it over and see what the theme is. It actually says physical stretch. And it's all about stretching and moving your body and finding a way to be in your body that encourages comfort and fluidity during the busy day instead of focusing you to remain in that boot camp posture. So that's hilarious to me that I literally felt the need to take off my bra before your reading. Like, get comfy. Ooh. And now I'm seeing you wear this outfit that is adorable, but you know those shoes kill your feet. You know it. You know you pay the price every time you wear those boots. They're just too inclined. It's like, why don't you just try out only wearing what you're comfortable in, what feels good, what gives you a sense of harmonious peace? Why don't you just try only doing activities, only thinking thoughts, like just being like, you know what? I am who I am. I know who I am. I know what I am. I know how I serve. Those are some affirmations from the Paul Selig books that I've been reading. I am word. I know who I am. I know what I am. I know how I serve. Word, I am word. I am word to these intentions. I am here, I am here, I am here, and I'm here in my comfy boots. So anyways, if your body, like mine today, like most of the day, I feel like somebody has like repeatedly punched me in my spine. My legs are not flexible today at all. Like I'm really not having a good day. Like, and it's saying like, okay, try stretching. Like maybe take a minute first of all. Ask your body, just notice how it's feeling, right? Note, like in a yoga class, like notice where your tension is. And then this card is really asking you to stretch. Just stretch. Limber up, re-energize your spirit, manage your stress, relax, find a way to be in your body that encourages comfort and flow and fluidity. Okay, so if you're feeling too rigid, I would say one, internal harmony, energy harmony, and also physical harmony, and utilize stretches. All right, that was very practical, good advice. Let's jump into your cardamancy. You've got the 8 of clubs and the 2 of diamonds. The 8 of clubs has a snake on it. Talk about flexible. Ooh, maybe you want to do some snaky dance movements. right? Some flow dance. This Eight of Clubs says number 13. The snake indicates enmity and calamities, the degree of which is governed by the distance of the card from the person. Fantastic. And the Two of Diamonds is laburnum. It's a highly attractive, very adaptable, deciduous canopy tree. This ornamental tree has showy yellow flowers in summer, followed by distinctive seed pods starting out cream to pink and turning brown. This beautiful tree is one of the most feared of the poison plants. Okay, so let's go back to that phlox and that message of harmony. And if you're not having harmony in your life, if you are having slithering snakes and poisonous deciduous canopy trees, aka your coworkers around you, what's going on inside of you? Like if you are constantly vibing out disharmonious frequencies, you're adding to it, or you're making yourself a match to the snakes, to the poisonous plants, to the tense muscles, to the stabbing pains in your back. Yeah, like you have to definitely notice when 22 is a 20 poo and it's coming from you. You're the one emanating the fucked up frequency. All right, let's see what your tree is. Abundance. Okay, I don't know why I had to skip ahead because I didn't even read the meanings of the cardamancy yet. But I was sort of wondering where the fucked up frequency was coming. So I'll just use myself as an example, trying to put my life back together. Can't help but have a little animosity when the ex wants to financially try to hinder me and ruin me, when one, he doesn't need my money. He does not need my money. He just wants to keep his thumb on me, truly, right? So when I think about that, that makes me very resentful. That turns me into bitter bitch. That gets those fucked up frequencies. Well, if I'm going to line up with that, then guess what? I'm going to be a match to other fucked up frequencies. So if I'm smart, which I am, I'm going to want to find some harmony in it, whether it's through humor or just nobility, obligation, right? Like that's fine. If I am required to pay, I will pay, right? It's just like, hey, it is what it is. Or you can make yourself laugh, like, well, this is my fine for making bad decisions and trusting you, so I will pay it because I was stupid enough to believe you. So there we go. Insert a little humor if you need to. But if there is this frequency that people are out to get your money, which, they always are, but it's making you bitter and it's making you less harmonious, we've got to address that. All right, let me grab my little notes here for the Eight of Clubs. Eight of Clubs says trouble in relationships, business and personal, jealousy and greed. And the Two of Diamonds is love affair, people don't approve, disagreements in a business partnership. So I feel like this is vibing when I said haha, your coworkers, haha, your business partner, haha. I really kind of feel like that's where the trouble is. It could be in relationships but I just feel like business. I feel like there's some type of money relationship with someone else maybe, and you're kind of having a little resentment or jealousy or greed or something to that, some type of disagreement in a business partnership. I don't know. Maybe it is a love affair where everyone's like, he's just using you for your money. He's just living in your house for 2 months rent free. He's just, right? And you're like, no. But there's something going on there. And if you're not quite sure who the snake is, well, just keep on letting things unfold and you'll find out for sure. Let me see what the essential oil is. It's clove. She's got her finger up to her lips saying, shh. And she has this message of protection, friendship, voice, numb, gossip, maliciousness. Yeah, so I definitely feel that malicious vibe. Yeah, like somebody is just using you either for your money or they're maliciously trying to cost you money or cause you to have to pay extra money. They don't care. They just want you to keep you down, or they're greedy. I really feel like it's them, it's not you. But what is you is your vibrational match to it. Oh yeah, that's you. Whether that's you always feeling like a victim, or maybe you've done the same thing in the past, reverse flipped, now it's your turn. Or you're just naive as hell and you don't see it. Clove says, I express myself without apology or censorship. I speak with authority and compassion, but also know when to be silent. So yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like, you're allowed to say whatever you want to say. Like, I'm at the point now when people are doing me wrong, I'm going to probably tell everybody, even though at some point I'll get tired of that story and I'll get tired of being a vibrational match to it. But sometimes you just got to let it out. You just have to get it out. Get it out of you. But then also know when to be silent as far as gossip. And then, like, if you're being the malicious one, then you are literally perpetuating that cycle of snakiness. And yeah, all of that, even though it might seem unrelated to your abundance, affects your abundance. Everything affects everything. So if you're not feeling harmony in one area, it can taint all the other areas of your life. That's why it's super important to do your energy work. Faux show. All right, Plant Spirit Oracle. Which direction are you leading us to? Into the earth. There's a heart in the earth. There's this big tree with all the roots growing around this heart down in Gaia. And it has a message of stability, grounding, and stamina. So yeah, this stable energy, this harmonious energy, this flexible energy. You don't want to be a brittle trunk. That tree will snap. You want to be able to flow with, whatever comes your way. You want to be grounded. You want to have stamina and stability. And so if you're going to live this crazy life, outrunning snakes and poisonous, deciduous canopy trees and malicious, gossipy friends, I hope you got good stamina, right? Good stability, good groundedness. Yeah, so what? Maybe there is some craziness and people are trying to take you down, but like maybe you're just like, I'm not having it because I'm feeling harmonious. I know that I can be flexible and go with the flow. I know my stamina. I feel very stable. I feel very grounded. You cannot fucking shake this tree. And your flower is wood, Bethany, with a second message of grounding. All right, so there's your answer. Regardless of what that 8 of clubs and 2 of diamonds is bringing in with those snakes and poisonous plants, and clove too. Sea love. Sea love even brings in this maliciousness, which could be making you kind of numb, like out of protection, out of just like trying to maintain equilibrium. Like it sucks when people are ruthless and hurtful and literally out to get you. If you've ever had this experience, it really does. It makes you kind of numb. Like, well, you can't hurt me if I can't feel anything. So Earth Mother, Mother Nature, Gaia, Chaitanya, she's saying, get your feet on me. Get your energetic cords down in me. Okay? Let me hold you for a little bit. Let me remind you of your true nature. yeah, because you're going to be needing my groundedness. You will have to stand up for yourself and express yourself and take care of yourself, but let me help you. And Wood Bettany too wants to give you a loving hug, a loving hug. Whew. So you can't trust nobody in your life, but you can still trust the most trees, not the laburnum. Don't trust that tree, but most trees you can trust, and Wood Bettany you can trust. And clove is interesting because it's like you kind of can trust clove, but kind of not. Did you ever put essential oil of clove in your mouth? And that shit is hot. So it's kind of, that's a little iffy. But Wood Bettany's like, yeah, I can give you a loving hug, no trouble. All right. So Wood Bettany energy is very physical. And that's funny because you got physical stretching as a suggestion. Wood Bettany is also calming and grounding, helping you connect with your intuition and gut feelings, and strengthening your boundaries so that you can manage relationships and responsibilities with ease and a strong sense of physical and emotional well-being. So whether this relationship, like I said, is a business thing, a money thing, gossipy friend, backstabby thing, I don't know. There's some type of that's going on that it's, you're going to need, again, strength and boundaries. That seems to be our overall theme so far today. Listening to our intuition, gut feelings, you'll be able to sense out who is the snake or the snakes, who is the poisonous, not good for you, right? Use your intuition to tell if something is toxic. And clove says, yeah, use your voice, feel protected. The earth is grounding you. Wood Bettany is grounding you. And ultimately, you do have that abundance tree. So it's like there will be good, literal good, money, money, money good coming if you can get yourself in alignment, grounded, protected, energetically supported, flexible, stable, strengthened, stamina. Those need to be your key words of what you are doing for yourself. While the rest of the world, those couple mother truckers, try to undo you. All right, so that's that. All right, let's see what your energy affirmation is. Being true. Okay, so I love that, like the Wood Bettany being true and the earth, like we've got like lots of pinks and purples ending this kind of I feel like good higher heart energy, grounding energy. The abundance tree has like rainbow leaves. I forgot to tell you that. Like there is a brighter side to this if you can ground and be strong enough to get through it and come out on top because you are being true. 20 you. You are being true. Don't be 20 poo. Be 20 you. Be true to you. I am true to myself and others. I remove my mask and stop creating illusions. I have confidence in who I am, and I reveal the good in me. I do not need to hide or prove anything. I replace shame with the power of love and truth. So yeah, even if people are being nasty to you, listen up, Sadie. Do your best to not be nasty and malicious back, because that's not who you are. Be true to you, okay? You don't have anything to hide or cover up because you're a true blue person. You're lined up with love. You're lined up with truth. You know who you are. You know what you are. You know how you serve. You know how to own your true power of love. Yeah, so it's like, don't lower yourself to the level of slithering snakes. When you do, when you retaliate an eye for an eye and all that shit, you are participating in creating illusions. So be confident in who you are. And who you are is a good person. So keep on being good. That's all you can do. And do your stretches. Yeah. Keep on being a good person. Get grounded into Mother Earth. And yeah, do your stretches. Well, that is certainly how I've been like trying to comfort myself on the rough nights too, where I'm like, I just cannot believe that people try to screw me over the way they do. And I think of that meme that's like someone laying their head down on their pillow, like real peaceful. And it says like me going to sleep at night, knowing that I'm a good person. So yeah, at the end of the day and end of our lives, it's only our own actions that we'll have to be, attend to, I don't know, be accountable for, or at least have to own up to, I guess. Maybe. We'll see. But anyways, for me, I do like thinking that I am a good person. But I also have to admit when I'm not being a good person. Which was part of my journaling the other night, because like I really do want to understand how someone that I literally would have done anything for betrayed me so hard. And I really did have to like look at like where even ever so slightly in my energy field was I not being sincere, or I didn't maybe quite have the right intentions, or I was coming from the wrong perspective. Or here's what really got me. I thought to myself, all right, think of all your boyfriends. Have you ever hurt anyone? And I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay. And then I'm like listing the shit in my head. I'm like, oh my God. So it kind of made me feel better actually. Because I was like, yeah, I guess I haven't been a total angel, have I? Hey, I want to see clearly. And clarity, not everyone is cut out for clarity. But I do my best in being able to be honest, even at the expense of my ego at times. I'm like, oh shit, like, yeah, I have totally been an asshole many, many, many times. So there you have it, girl. All right. You ready for the last pile? Are you still here? Thanks for hanging out. 70. So we went 71, then 22, and then we're just like, I don't know, came right on back to the 70s. So I'm curious what you picked. Always feel free to let me know. I'm going to try to update the Instagram page, even though I just want to delete the Instagram. I want to delete everything. Like, oh, there's a button that is in control of your life. There would be me. Delete. All right. You want to see what flower you got? You got Venice mallow. You got a mallow. Hibiscus trionum. Very interesting, beautiful, delicate, fleeting beauty is the message. It does look like a delicate flower, but the message is delicate and fleeting beauty. All right. LF Young said, when life is not coming up roses, look to the weeds and find the beauty hidden within them. Aw. So yeah, it's not the prettiest flower, and it is kind of weedy. Like if it didn't even have a flower, that flower is probably tiny and insignificant. Okay, but we can zoom in and we can pretend it's prettier than it is, or we can look at the weeds and start to find them pretty. Like right now, autumn, everything's like losing the colorfulness of it and everything's just like getting brown. Well, guess what? You can find beauty in brown. You could look at mud and find beauty in mud. You can find beauty anywhere, anytime. So yeah, if you're not like getting roses in your life, Find the beauty in the weeds and whatever. And by weeds, we mean whatever. All right, let's see. Let's see if you're being told to do your stretches. No, you got 2 rats on your card, city rat and country rat. And the message is, feeling confined in the concrete jungle, take a long weekend in the country and see how the other half lives. Visit someone who really works in the country. So if you're feeling like you need a change of atmosphere, see, that's kind of interesting, because like if you're getting sick of the city, and this could be vice versa, and you go somewhere else, like thinking the grass is greener on the other side, you might actually just appreciate going back to what you might go back to the city and start seeing it prettier than what it was. Or you might fall in love with the country. I don't know. But like, if you were a country mouse and you're like thinking, I hate all this fucking hard work and I'd rather live in the city. But then you go to the city and you're like, it smells like ass here. And so then when you finally go home and you get the fresh air, you're like, oh my God, like I will take this hard work any day. Personally, I think wherever you're planted, you should bloom. You can hear like traffic probably nonstop where I'm at. I love it. Do I also go places every freaking day to get away from the traffic? Yeah, I do if I can. Like even if it's just driving down to the trail or out to the lake. Oh yeah. And I appreciate it so much more. But then I also appreciate being around so many people too. I don't know. I'm surprisingly like in love with it so much more than I would ever guessed. Like I love meeting people and seeing people and talking to people everywhere I go. So anyways, city rat, country rat, do your self-evaluation. Basically though, the message is the contrast will give you a different perspective on your current work life or your current situation. So same thing, we're going to talk about perspective. The mallow is also saying, if you're not seeing roses, then see the beauty in the weeds. So your message with pile number 70 here is so far all about perspective, how you are seeing things, how you are appreciating things. Yeah. All right, cardamancy time. You got 8 of hearts that have 2 kitty cats on it, and you got the Joker card on the herbalist one, which is a mushroom and a snail on top of the mushroom, and it's very brown, which is funny because we were just talking about that, and the cats are brown and calico, and there's leaves underneath the mushroom. So it's timely as what we were just saying. Do I have anything in my notes about a Joker? I don't know. Yes, I do. Down here at the bottom. It says Joker, new developments, risky, fresh starts, new beginning. And the 8 of hearts, invitation, visits, attending a party. So city rat, you are going to visit your country rat friend. We've got rats, we've got cats, we've got a snail on a brown mushroom for you. Now, the 8 of hearts says the cat indicates flattery. If near a number 6, foretells personal injury. It's not. Near 29 and 30, it denotes strife. Okay, it's not. You're safe. You're safe to travel and accept that invitation. Yeah, go somewhere. Get your perspective stimulated, influenced, changed, higher ground, whatever. I mean, if you're not appreciating where you're at, it is good to literally, physically remove yourself, go somewhere else, get a different perspective on things, and then come back and see how you really feel. Your tree is release. Release. So yeah, if you're wherever you're at, if you're feeling like too much hustle and bustle, you think it's easier somewhere else, or literally you just need some fresh air, take that vacation. All right, smelly, you got sage. And I love that, like, underneath the sage leaf, it's a little bit purplish, which matches perfectly the lower base of the release tree, which I didn't tell you. The bottom of the tree is purple, and then as you go up the trunk and all the branches are yellow white. So it's like we've got lower density frequencies, and we've got lighter, higher, less heavy, lighted frequency. And yeah, sometimes you can kind of just, ooh, I'm looking at that snail. The snail is literally on top of the mushroom, higher ground, broader perspective, a different view. So yeah, once you get up into the tree tops with all that light, things are going to look a lot different than if you're just sitting at the base of the trunk in the shadow. So sage is all about immortality, strength, salvage. It can also be about disease and unprotected and abandoned. And her affirmation is, though I am divinely protected, I am the only hero I truly need. My salvation lies in realizing my own strength. So yeah, if you're waiting for someone to save you from your rat race and you're like, well, I don't have an invitation to go anywhere. All right, then just make plans by yourself and go alone. There's nothing stopping you from like finding a bed and breakfast, like somewhere that's like, I don't know, 2 hours away, 3 hours away, getting out of your area, going, like just have something to do, or just go, take a walk, sleep, get up, eat breakfast, like just, I don't know, something to do. Listen to me, I've never done that, so it sounds foreign to me. Why the fuck not? Just go do something by yourself. What do you think about that? I mean, I would if I wasn't such a Taurus. I love to stay home. Like if I never had to leave my house again, I'd be like, okay, all right. I mean, I do like I love running around town, but I love coming home. I love my home. So anyways, but like you can be your hero. You really can be. All right, let's see here. I feel like we need to flip over the next card. It is catnip. Here's 2 more cats. Okay, this catnip is about opposites, separation, and contrast. I love that there's 2 rats, then there were 2 cats, then there was a snail, and then there was a woman in her shining knight armor, and then now 2 more cats. Oh my God, I'm just cracking myself up in my head because I was like my own audience and I'm like, oh, and what does that mean? And I just said, I don't know. All right, so I do know what it means as far as the overall message. Right, here we are, more contrast. More city rat, country rat, my life, your life, different ways of living, different ways of seeing and perceiving and experiencing, different ways of releasing perhaps, different ways of being strong. So yeah, we can use others as our reflection or mirror, or, ooh, I'm thinking of something that the Arcturians brought in the other week. They were talking about how, you know, they don't actually have physical bodies. So they literally live like vicariously through everyone, anywhere they go. And they were suggesting that we did that. So like if we go to the park and we see like this couple that's just like in love and kissing, but we're like, we don't have that in our life. They're like saying, well, just watch them and pretend it's you. like, because it is you, it's like a reflection of you. And you could just like get experience through other people. So like you don't have to live it all and do it all and be it all. Collectively, we're in this whole experience together. And so you don't have to start a farm. You could just go visit your country rat friend and get the knowledge and wisdom that she's been gaining, and then apply it to your life. And your flower is hellebore, which is a message of empowerment. So that's pretty cool because it's got lots of purples. So did the catnip, so did the sage, so did the release. And it has a message of empowerment, which goes totally along with sage, saying, listen, I am my own hero. I know I'm divinely protected, sure, but my salvation is in realizing my own strength. And hellebore is all about empowerment. And hellebore wants you to know how powerful you truly are and to help you tap into your innate female wisdom. You know what you need to do. It is time to honor yourself. Stop hiding and stand in your own magnificent light with your head held high. Give yourself permission to connect with your heart and lead the way. So yeah, I mean, life shows you all the opposites, all the contrast, all the separation, all the disease, all the unprotectedness, all the abandonment, right? Shows you all the hardships. Makes you feel like our first flower, that delicate, fleeting beauty, right? But then you're like, you know what? I'm going to upgrade my perspective. I'm going to see the beauty in everything. I'm going to see how I could live here or there or anywhere. I'm going to see how I am my own hero. I'm going to see how I can release things that I don't like and just start living what I do like. I'm going to see how everything can be a beautiful reflection for me, showing me what I am ready to see now, letting me experience what it is I'm ready to know. And all the while, I'm connecting more and more and more and more with myself, with my heart, with my inner strength, with my innate female wisdom. All the while, more and more, I continue to honor myself. And I can hold my head up high, and I don't have to hide in my beautiful house if I don't want to. And I can stand in my own magnificent light and give myself permission to lead the way, my way. And we got more purples coming in for your activation here of peace. Yeah, man, you can really just lead a peaceful life no matter where you're at, no matter if you're living with 2 rats and 4 cats and a snail on a mushroom. You can have peace. You can be empowered no matter where you're at. In your own bed or some really cute little quaint bed and breakfast 2 hours north of here. Sure, why not do it if you want to? And peace says to you, I am unwavering in the face of fear. I come to my senses and embrace challenge. I am determined to think with gentleness and calm. I find inner silence and become a manifestation of peace. So yeah, gentleness, even though sage is wearing armor and hellebore is all about empowerment, it's like you can still be gentle and calm and peaceful. Even if you're a city rat, you can have that internal inner silence. You can be a manifestation of peace wherever you're at. And whether you're a city rat, country rat, you're always going to have challenges. But you are your own hero. So anything that freaks you out, you don't have to shy away from. You are a lighted, protected, divinely protected being. And you can unwaver in the face of fear. Yeah, you can literally be the light. How that release tree, standing tall and proud and lighting the way, your way. But you got to definitely connect with your heart to do that. Yeah, I find inner silence and become a manifestation of peace. Well, what do you think? You're going to do any of that? Of course we are. We're going to take every good suggestion that we heard and we're going to apply it immediately. We're going to be harmonious. We're going to be good people. We're not going to be malicious. But yeah, we are going to have to definitely set boundaries, learn to say no, and maintain our level of integrity and knowing that we are our own hero. I did like that. Absolutely. With that said, though, I do want to just say thanks for hanging out. A little rusty. I'd probably be better at this if I was more consistent, showed up regular. But nonetheless, I'm pretty pleased with the messages that came through, and I hope you are too. 20 you. All right. So anyways, lots and lots to work on. Oh my gosh, you guys. So much love. Hang in there.